got this 3-inch embroidery hoop from Michael's, and I just love it because it's so small. After I took it apart, I took a baby wipe from Dollar Tree and some burnt umber paint, very little paint on the baby wipe, and I'm going to stain the inside of the smaller hoop and the outside of the bigger hoop because those are the only spots that will show. Once it's dry, I grab some fabric I have in my stash. I laid it on my smaller hoop, put the bigger hoop on top, screwed that down, and then cut off pretty close to the hoop. Now I put my hanger on before I do anything because it'll be easier. This is just black cord. Very easy. I took 14 popsicle sticks from Dollar Tree. These aren't the smallest ones. I'm going to cut them not quite in half. In other words, there's going to be a bigger end. So I do keep them separate. They're going to look like this. Once I cut all 14, I keep them separate, like I said, because it's going to be easier to put this together later. To paint these can be quite a job, so I'm going to show you how I love to do things like this. I always tape paper towels to my table and then put tape side up, like the sticky side up, across my paper towel so I can easily stick down whatever I'm painting. And for this, I'm keeping them separate again for later. Once I get all of them down, I'm going to take some of that burnt umber paint and some water and just stain each one of these brown first. And I don't go crazy with this. I don't want it too dark, so I just do one little layer and then dry it completely. And this is school bus yellow. Any bright yellow will work for this. And I'm just going to go right over the stained sticks. So I'm making a black-eyed Susan or a sunflower, whatever you want. But you can do this in any order that you want. This is just how I wanted to do it so the brown would show through my yellow. Once dry, I pull them all up and you can see how not messy it was. To adhere this together, I'm going to use tacky glue from Dollar Tree and a little bit of hot glue to give me that instant hold. I'm going to glue this right to my hoop. It is overlapping onto the fabric just a little bit, but you'll see how instantly it holds. The second piece and all the consecutive ones are going to be touching just like that. Once I get this layer on, I'm going to get the smaller one and go right between all of the bigger ones, again touching each one. I wanted to distress my popsicle stick, so I'm using Distress Oxide, and I'm just hitting each stick and then blending it in with a brush. This is one of my favorite things. Dollar Tree had this out this year. I chose the word hello, put that right in the middle. I didn't even paint it. I tore the same fabric into thin strips, tied it up in the middle, and then wrapped raffia around my hands to make loops, tied that up in the middle, and then glued the raffia down first, followed by my bow. And then in the middle of that, I put one of my laser cut buttons. This comes in an embellishment kit on my website. Look right above for that link. But isn't this precious? And this is so perfect to get your kids involved. They can help you paint or stain. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to water the vine, and I'll see you next time.